Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. When it comes to Fulani Herdsmen and Fulanis in Nigeria, southern Nigeria, particularly the government or the governors, are always very skeptical because they have a fair knowledge of the fact that their subjects usually are very not comfortable or skeptical of the Fulanis in general. Well, as we speak, it looks like Governor David Umahi is beginning to see things in a different light. Before we go into the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, in a recent program with Channel Television, as of Monday night, the governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, stated that the people of Ebonyi State have no land to give out for cattle ranching. Umahi stated that while the states in the southeast have banned open grazing, it is not within the powers of the governors to do otherwise because the decision is about the people. Mm. According to him, whatever position the people take in this regard, that is what the governors will follow. He said that no land is not owned. He said that no land and is not owned by an individual or corporate body. Dave Umahi said that those who are calling the governors to do something are making a mistake because the matter is beyond the governors. He said even if he asked the village in his state to donate land for cattle ranching, will they donate it? Dave Umahi gave an illustration of a case he had in Ebonyi State where he was building an almost completed medical college. He said the people of the village went and took it down because they preferred their farms they prefer their farms to medical college. Going further, Umahi stated that the people of Ebonyi State have said that they have no land for ranching. If he therefore wishes to give away land for ranching, it has to be his own people. They said it has to be his own because he cannot give away someone else's land. That's the one he has. If he must give up for ranching, it has to be his own land and not the people's land. He said that despite the fact that he has control over the land constitutionally, yet you have to kill all the people to get that land. The issue of open grazing has been going on in Nigeria for a long time now. While some states of the southeast have frowned at the idea of open grazing, it has not gone down well with the herdsmen from the northern part of the country. We hope that soon enough the federal government of Nigeria under the President Muhammadu Buhari will find a lasting solution to the challenge. My brother, he has actually said what he needed to say. And he's saying he did not say that there's really going to be a solution. He practically said that they want to look for the gazette of the old and see how they can reenact the gazette, the open grazing, not just open grazing, finding the routes, the grazing routes, so that we can go back to 1952, 1932. You understand? For 19 when things were still at the backward stages, and let's see how we can start over. Where people have moved on, people are on technological advancement. We are looking for open grazing route. Imagine when the open grazing the route, if they now discovered, imagine if, for instance, now, and they discover that the CBN building is on top of the grazing route, they will now destroy CBN building. Imagine if there's a big medical center located in that route, they will destroy it. And we're going back to 1964, 19 God knows when things are well already beyond this stage, where people are now on people are thinking of producing flying cars. We're still doing open grazing, wasting precious land. Well, right now he's saying that he's hoping that I think he's just being economical with some fat and fruit. He doesn't want to offend anyone, but then he's also telling the people or those pressurizing him that you have the constitution as a sitting governor. The whole lands belong to you, so you can just say this land is for ranching and nobody's going to question you. And he's saying, okay, agreed. Yes, constitutionally I have the right, but the people actually have the mandate. I may have the right constitutionally, but the mandate is for the people, is from the people. And if they say we don't want any land, we don't have any land to give for ranching, and I use my muscles, okay, to give you the land, said I may need to kill every persons in that community or in that land that owns that particular land, that particular community land, for you to have it. And if that happens, don't forget, as a governor, I have a limited time, and at the same people that I am working against, one day need them one way or the other. So he's saying the best way to do this is to carry the people along, convince them. Let them see reasons why ranching is acceptable. But the question is, will the people be willing to see reasons? Because the truth is, we have gone beyond this level. That's the truth. Nigerians generally, especially the southern part of Nigerians, have seen so much when it comes to mayhems being committed by Fulani herdsmen. Some said it's their foreign Fulani herders. Some said that those collaborating with those internally. Whether it is so or not, we have seen some of the traces, and a whole lot of community guys will definitely not want to have them as sitting neighbors or next door neighbors for any reason in the world. So having ranching in some of these states may not even not go well. And those who are willing to have the ranches, they're saying if we must give you land, it has to be on lease and you have to purchase them. Okay, and even the federal government, the president is not even talking on the ranching level, he's actually talking of open grazing routes. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this, because very quickly Nigerians have reacted and the reactions are quite strong. This one here is saying Buhari knows that if it were in the north, they would act the same way like the south in this regard. If it's not in the constitution, or even if it is, the landowner said no, what can anyone do in a democracy? At worst, you go to court, but not by military fiat like Buhari is doing. Cattle business is a personal business of the majority of House of Fulani extraction. You can't force people to give you their land with their hostility and killings by the same benefactors. Buhari should forget such an offer, accept or show us any land in the north a southerner has forcefully occupied, annexed, or illegally acquired since Nigeria has done this. This one here is saying Justice Ade Thompson banned open grazing in April 1969 on the ground that it is repugnant to natural justice and equity, that farmers should be advised to fence their farmlands to avoid being destroyed by roaming cattle. The southern governor should simply enforce this judgment, because nobody appealed against it till date. Mm. This one here is saying, thanks for your timely expose. It's high time we laid hold on the judgment, publish it, advertise it in order to place this primitive Fulani race in jail. Okay, I don't know what he's trying to say. So a trend shows that the Hausa Fulanis and Mr. Buhari are not going through the court. Since the recent letter to Delta State Governor by them, they did it to Benue State Governor, to get ready. All right, you've heard what they're saying. In a nutshell, they're saying every Nigerian that's from the southern part may not really embrace open grazing. They may also still not. They may really find it very difficult to still embrace ranching. It's quite a dicey one, especially for a sitting governor who also needs to also, give a roll call, give his full attention or report on the state of activities of the state to the president, and of course, he has his people also to protect their mandates. A lot is at stake here. Let's meet in the comment section, please. Watch it.